My name is Mike Mawson and I'm the manager of this arcade pop-up here in Dewsbury Town Centre. Close by here in Dewsbury Marketplace there is the lovely Victorian Dewsbury Arcade. It's currently being restored. The restoration is being partly funded by National Lottery Heritage Fund, and when Heritage Fund fund the restoration of building, a small percentage of the funding is used to celebrate the history of the building with local people through a community engagement programme. And my job is to deliver that community engagement programme. To work in the regeneration of Dewsbury, it really is a dream job for me, particularly in the arcade, which I remember fondly from being a kid. I used to come down with my dad and we used to go. Part of the routine, the itinerary every Saturday morning was to go in the arcade and the record shop and the shoe shop, etc. So yeah, it's just, I love it and I'm really passionate about it. We're open here to the public on Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, 10 mile free. We've got loads of stuff on display. We've got loads of lovely volunteers work here. I'll give a shout out to them because it's not just me. I'm so lucky to have the help of so many volunteers here. I've always got the assistance of 1, 2, 3 volunteers. I've got 4 here this morning helping me out. They chat with people, So one of the big aims of this place is to chat with people about the history of the arcade, but also the plans for the arcade and the plans for Dewsbury Town Centre and why we believe that the arcade can be a real success, etc., and contribute to the beginning of a regeneration of Dewsbury.
My name is Michael Hobson. When I was a kid, my grandmother got me involved in these magic paint books, but nobody, Generation Z won't know what I'm talking about. And then Dr. Dot and so forth, the usual stuff you might do as a 6, 7-year-old. And then she got me into doing some needlework, of course, kits and various other things. And then it just developed, picked up a pencil. And then, of course, as kids, we all do it, don't we? We get the magazines, the Beano, the Dandy, and we got to have a go at drawing these characters, So that's how it all started, trying to draw the Spider-Man and all the rest of it. The techniques I use are pointillism, some cross-hatching in there, there's line drawing, and there's also scribbling, so I do more scribbling as well, which is quite effective in various parts of the drawing. It's quite lazy way of shading things, but it's effective enough, and I think it does the job. From there I went to work, and of course one of the first jobs I got was engraving. Using a machine, which is it's an industrial example of a childhood toy that I used to use called a pantograph. And of course, from then on, I got all the technical jobs somehow. You think you could handle this machine, you could handle that machine. It's a proper escape. You had a bad day or a good day at work, you can come home and pick up a pen and make a nuisance of yourself with a bit of paper. And of course it keeps you out of lots and lots of trouble. While you're stuck at home at the table, just losing yourself, like you say, getting in the zone. You're not being a nuisance elsewhere. And I'm quite good at being a nuisance elsewhere, so in the end I used to just go home and just get settled down and like you say, it takes your cares away. And the sun comes out tomorrow and it's a new challenge.
I'm Carolyn Hilton. Yeah, I'm part of this community space and pop-up shop. So we're in Dewsbury, Princess of Wales Precinct. There's a number of things that are going on in here. There's the history of the Dewsbury Arcade, and that charts sort of all the different businesses that used to be here when the arcade was in its heyday. I'm a sort of like mixed media creative artist, and I also do workshops for individuals, helping them with their mental health.
My name's Hayley. My business name is the Yorkshire Magpie, and I'm from Batley. This is my style here, and I like to be quite quirky. I work in lots of different mediums, so I do needle felting, sculpture. I do collage work that I've turned into cards. I also have some pieces I go antiquing. And I turn those pieces into something a little bit different. I would describe it more as kind of maybe dark academia. style, a little bit alternative, but things that you can't really find anywhere else.
I'm Jane Platts. I'm based at Black Box Yorkshire Studio and I'm an applied artist, and I predominantly work in textiles. I've got a lot of reclaimed, restyled clothing, saving it from landfill. I love to work in really small pieces of fabric. So at the moment I've got some water themed, under the sea, you know, that holiday that you love. So that's the sort of work that I do. Through parts of my life I've had to give up my creativity, and if I'm not creating, I feel this is a bit of a cliche, a bit of a shadow of myself. So having this opportunity to work with 4 other creatives to steer the pop-up Dewsbury Creatives, it's been fab.